All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to be talking about animals with metabolisms that are, well, they're so extreme, their entire life is just this constant, high-stakes race against the clock.
No, seriously, just pause and think about that for a second. Imagine if taking a 2-hour nap meant you just didn't wake up. For some animals out there, survival isn't some long-term strategy. It's a minute-by-minute, second-by-second fight against their own body.
So let's try to put our own lives into perspective here, right? We freak out when our phone hits 5% battery. These animals, they are living their entire lives at 1% battery. You think a 40-hour work week is a grind? Try a 24/7 hunt for food where if you take a break, you literally die.
Okay, so first up, let's meet the Etruscan shrew. This little guy is the smallest mammal on Earth by weight, and its life, it's nothing short of a high-speed horror movie.
The shrew's biggest problem is its own size. I mean, it's just so incredibly tiny. Think about it. It has this huge amount of skin compared to its tiny body, which means it's constantly losing heat. It's like a house with every single window thrown wide open during a blizzard. Heat is just pouring out of it.
So to fight back against that constant, catastrophic heat loss, its body has only one option: run its metabolism in permanent hyper mode. There's no off switch. It's a full-throttle, non-stop sprint, all day, every single day.
And when I say hyper mode, I am not kidding. Its heart, get this, its heart beats 25 times every single second. That's 1,500 beats per minute. I mean, just try to wrap your head around a number like that.
And it's not just the heart. To keep that internal furnace blazing, it has to breathe at this frantic pace, taking 12 breaths every single second. It's just relentless.
So where does all that energy come from? Well, it has to eat. A lot. The shrew has to find and eat twice its own body weight in food every single day. If it stops hunting for even a couple of hours, its body temperature just plummets and it literally freezes to death from the inside out.
So what happens if it can't find food or it just gets too cold? It has an emergency shutdown button. It's a state called torpor. And this isn't sleep, it's way more extreme. It's basically a controlled biological coma.
And look at how extreme this shutdown is. When it's in torpor, its heart rate crashes from that insane 1,500 beats per minute all the way down to just 100. It's a life or death power down.
But getting out of that state, waking up is just as violent. To restart its body, it has to shiver its muscles an unbelievable 50 times per second. That's just to raise its body temperature 1 single degree every minute. It's an exhausting, constant race against the clock.
But the shrew isn't the only one in this high-speed survival game. Let's head up into the air, where we find another creature living right on the metabolic razor's edge, the hummingbird.
Yeah, these little sugar-fueled acrobats, they're famous for being able to fly in any direction, right? But that kind of biological tech demands a massive engine. And I mean massive. Relative to their size, hummingbirds have the biggest hearts in the animal kingdom, making up 2.5% of their total body weight.
And that giant heart, it gets a workout. During a really intense flight, it can beat over 1,200 times per minute.
To fuel that kind of activity, they need to drink more than half their body weight in sugar every day. Now, to put that into perspective for us, that would be like a human eating 150,000 calories for lunch.
And just like the shrew, if a hummingbird goes just a few hours without eating, it's game over. So, to keep from literally starving to death in their sleep, they have to go into torpor every single night. They basically have to play dead just to survive until breakfast.
And again, the drop is just staggering. From over 1,200 beats per minute when they're flying around, down to as low as 50 when they're in torpor. It's this incredible biological gamble they're forced to take every single night. But here's the thing, not every survival nightmare is lived at 1,000 miles an hour.
This nightmare isn't just for creatures living life in the fast lane. For our next animal, we have to go somewhere completely different. Let's travel down, way down, to the bottom of the ocean and meet the telescope fish.
Down here, the environment is, well, it's a lawless void. It's almost pitch black, it's freezing cold, and food is unbelievably scarce. Out here, survival isn't about speed, it's all about extreme, radical patience and efficiency.
So its entire life strategy is built around one thing: conserving every last drop of energy. It just hangs there in the water, totally motionless, like a living statue. Its crazy tubular eyes are pointed straight up, just waiting, hunting for the faintest shadow of prey that might swim overhead. And the stakes couldn't be higher.
A single missed meal could mean starving for days, maybe even longer.
So you see, the shrew and the hummingbird, they face this nightmare of constant, frantic activity. But for the telescope fish, the nightmare is the exact opposite. It's a life of near total stillness, just one long, silent, desperate wait for a meal that might never, ever come.
So, what do these three completely different animals actually tell us? Well, they pull back the curtain on this relentless, unbroken cycle of survival that so many creatures have to endure.
Whether it's the shrew's frantic hunt for bugs, or the hummingbird's constant search for nectar, or the telescope fish's patient vigil in the dark, their life is a constant, exhausting race against an unforgiving clock. And it really makes you realize something. The ability to just walk to the fridge and grab a snack whenever we want, that's not a given. That's an incredible biological luxury.
So, I'll just leave you with this last thought. After hearing all that, after thinking about the high-speed horror of the shrew or the nightly near-death experience of the hummingbird, does a 40-hour work week still seem so bad?